That's my dog, that's my brother. We gon' ride for each other. I ain't never ever told, never fool.
Yo, Blacks and Tequila, we back again with another one. Got a hot guest in. Touchdown just to come fuck with us.
How y'all
That's
doing?
love.
What?
How y'all doing?
That's
Love.
Where did you come in from? They'll understand the love. Where did you come in
I
from?
came from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
That's a 4-hour trip.
4 hour.
4 hours. So
We
you know.
really appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, no
It's
problem.
5 for me because when I get out there, I'm in the slow lane trying to make my old
With the beat turned up.
Cruising,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Real
Getting the
slow.
melodies coming in and everything. So
Yes, sir. And y'all know who it is. It's Reek Roulette. I'm your host. I got my other host with me, Mr.
Mr.
1102.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Pop the turtle.
Oh. Turtleneck special.
Pop the turtle.
Turtleneck special.
1102 Damo in the building. How y'all doing, man?
Oh,
yeah.
We got one for y'all today, you know. We got a heavy hitter in here. Y'all want to hit at bars? You want to lay your lady down like them candles? What?
the boy Troll
Hey,
hey.
TroublenParadise.
Better lay it
Saucy.
down right. So he might take it out the back door. You better lay it down right.
Mr. Keep me on your mind.
Troy might take it to the back. You made me lay it down.
They say just breathe.
They gotta tune in, don't they? I heard they gotta
Just
tune in.
breathe. Hell yeah, man. You
It's
know,
good to be here, man.
So, yeah, like we said, we got TroublenParadise in here. You know, so
Facts.
I want y'all to tune in and pick up these jewels that get dropped off. You know, but hey, first and foremost, what did y'all pull up on tonight? What y'all was vibing to? Cause I know y'all ain't. What y'all did? Y'all was talking?
I pulled up to that Morgan Wallen, Born with a Beer in My Hand.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I
shit.
just heard about
That's my new repeater too.
Come on, man.
That Morgan Wallen,
Born with a Beer in My Hand.
Yeah, that's my new repeater.
Okay.
You told me last week he dropped that album,
Yeah.
and I went and checked that out, and that's a no skipper there. That Morgan Wallen, that's a no skipper
The
there.
man goes hard.
Yeah, that's a
Ain't
no
gonna
skip.
lie.
I think that was the first joint he had up there. If I ain't mistaken, it could have been down the line, but it's my new repeater there.
I ain't tuned in yet. You know, when I listen to albums, I like to listen to them.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I
So,
like to do it too.
you
Like
know.
really listen to it and catch the whole vibe. Because
Right,
when
right.
you can go in an album and like listen to a track here, there, but when you listen to that joker from the start to the end, you get the vibe. You understand like the selection. You think about how the artist put things in place to really paint the picture and tell their story to you. So that shit.
Sometimes it's a deep message with those albums. And,
Hell
you know,
yeah.
so, you know, you gotta look into them, kind of thing.
What you pull up to, Troy?
A little bit of everything, you know.
Uh-oh.
Breezy is what I tuned into. You know, a little bit of A Boogie been dropping
Fuck
a
with
lot.
A-Boogie.
And then DJ Drama got a new track with Lil Baby. So
DJ Drama?
Yeah, DJ Drama. So I was tuning into that, but I was tuning in some new work I got working on. So, you know, I like to tune in, lay back in my whip, you know, listen to the shit I'm working on, the new shit, whatever. So see what needs to be fixed, see what I need to increase on, what I need to better on, and what I'm missing.
I heard what he said. He tuned into himself too to see what he can do better and what can be fixed. Because a lot of people there drop that shit and it is what it is.
Right.
Don't even want to go back to see what can I work on, what can I be better at, what do I need to improve myself with.
Right. Perfectionist, man. I'm real big on the perfectionist, you know. It got to be good down to the nitty gritty. So,
ain't nothing wrong with being a perfectionist, you know.
To the nitty.
To the nitty. What?
Me, myself pulled up on some Mud Baby Roo.
Mud Baby Roo.
Mud Baby Roo. Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas.
I ain't never heard of Mud Baby.
Any relations to Bankroll? Nothing, just the artist side of
I know just a new young nigga that I just had tuned in to.
Mud Baby Roo.
It was a song called Gun Class.
Mm-hmm.
Shit hard, man was stepping on that motherfucker.
Okay.
Mud Baby or Mud Play? What was it?
Mud Baby Roo.
Mud Baby Roo, that's a powerful name.
I was listening, like you said, it was a couple people. I was listening to him and I was listening to a dude named Drizzy P. I do Young Money artist from Philly.
Okay.
New artist?
One of his in the new Young Money era. Yeah, he's one of the newer artists.
Okay.
Drizzy P.
I'm gonna have to
got some bars.
Y'all put me on some artists that I ain't heard of. So I mean,
That's Tariq for you. That's Tariq for you. He gonna put
I
you.
just be
He
listening to
gonna
this
put you
shit.
on some stuff. He'll send. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get on his ass real quick.
Right.
He been missing lately.
Man.
He been missing like a motherfucker lately.
So I shouldn't even listen.
Well,
to what
no,
he
I'm
said.
not gonna say that. He just been missing
No.
lately. He's sending shit that, bro, this ain't no repeater material. He know he got to send
That was a new young nigga,
But-
man. That was
but
another
so-
new young
so-
nigga.
so- I like them. Boy, yeah, boy, where
But,
is
you
this
know,
cat from?
sometimes-
But I get it. Tariq's all around. Like you
It-
said, bro, you
it's
like to
gotta
really
be
get into the
everything.
album.
Yeah,
He's
you
the
gotta get
same
into
kind
it.
of person. But I'm a lit type of dude, so you got to send me
Right.
some
Yeah,
shit that's
yeah.
just gonna be like, damn, it ain't nothing wrong. I'm not saying what he sends me is trash,
Mhm.
but for us, the person that I am and the music that I listen to, bro, it's like that ain't it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to send me some
It
that
was the-
turn
I
shit.
forgot
bro.
who the dude was.
I need
It
them.
was some-
I
it
need
was
them.
some new
I need them
dude.
808s smacking these.
Bro, it
Boy,
was
I
a
need them.
nigga.
I
It was a
need
nigga
them.
that did.
I need some.
He sampled 1 in a million. So I was like, the sample was just
Okay.
stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Little classy, little
Yeah,
808, little
But we
bit,
talked
okay.
about that about 2 episodes ago, and he didn't pass the test, bro. When you step on them damn sample beats,
Ooh.
you have to come. It's already
Ooh.
stamped for you to be sampling, so you have to come.
You don't get an automatic pass just
Hell
because
no.
you had the right.
Hell
You
no.
still got to step harder.
The song is already sold. You just got to get on it and get your bag.
He got to be a damn capper.
And they took the
He got to
bag.
be Omega and step on that motherfucker.
You got to get in there and
Yeah,
get
I feel like using sample
The
songs.
cake was
you,
already sliced.
You definitely got to do your thing when you're using a sample song, because I mean, it's either a hit or a miss, and if it's a miss, then you know,
everybody can be like, no.
Yeah, you made everybody mad at that
how you
point.
fuck up that one?
You in the shade room in the morning.
Mhm.
You come wrong on a damn sample, you in the shade room.
Everybody
in the morning.
mad. You know
You know
what
what I mean? You in the
Turn
shade room in the
that
morning.
trash. Turn that shit off.
So my advice to you, if you still perfecting,
Mm-hmm.
stay away from the samples. Get your shit
Facts.
together. Stay away from the samples.
Agreed.
Stay the hell away from the samples.
Mm.
Go to Sam's Club, get you a sample, but stay away from the rap sample. Or the
You
R&B
can go
sample.
to Costco and
Yeah,
get
you
you a
can go-
sample too. She got them gloves on.
Yeah, go. Yeah, don't yeah.
Yes, sir. So,
Roulette.
you know, hey,
Break up into it. Where are we at
well,
with
just
it?
wanted to, we got Trouble in Paradise in here. Not trouble in Paradise. So
Oh, okay.
get that right. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course,
I don't want them to fuck it up. You know?
Yeah.
But hey, tell the people about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Who is Trouble in Paradise?
Trouble in Paradise is me, obviously. I'm an artist, R&B artist. I do step out of the lane a little bit, but we're not gonna talk too much on that. You can follow my social, Trouble in Paradise, which is TroublenParadise, and then you can follow me anywhere. You can find my music. You can find out what I do. I travel a lot. I'm always on the road. I'm working on a lot of new stuff. I've been out of the action for about a year. My last album, Keep Me in Mind, we did great numbers. So, we looking forward to do it again. We got some visuals on the way. We got some music on the way. We got some TikTok, dances on the way and all that. So, we working hard.
You
We
dance
in-
too?
we in
You
the studio.
dance?
I don't.
Oh, you-
I used to dance. I'll
Okay.
put that out there. I used to dance, but I don't
Everybody
dance.
used
I
to
don't
dance no shit.
I
Everybody
don't
was on it. It was a time where everybody was on them dances.
Yeah.
Dancing was the vibe.
I used to dance, but I don't dance no more. Like
we
I
know
used
how this
to,
art
but,
started. Niggas out there with, like he said, that cardboard spinning on their damn heads. You know,
Right,
that's
right.
the art that come with this rap shit. You
Right,
know?
right.
Catching that vibe, everybody. Hey, MC stand for move the crowd. If you ain't
Yeah.
doing that, what you
Mhm.
doing?
Get the
You
hell
ain't
out.
a goddamn MC.
Yeah. I can still do a little something.
That one,
though, you know
you hear
what I
that
mean?
one? That
I
one,
can still do a
that
little
one.
something.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, I've been locked up in the lab every time I come home, with the crew, of course, with the gang LGI.
LG out the
So,
squad.
Gotta give a big shout out.
Big
Yeah,
shout out to
big shout
LGI.
out.
Big
Squad.
things coming. So we just been in the works with all that. Hopefully y'all get to see it sooner than later. But when we start dropping, we're gonna start dropping. So I just hope they all prepared for real.
Quick disclaimer to throw out there. It's not LGI the squad or the mob. It's LGI Entertainment.
LGI
We don't need none of
Entertainment.
them problems.
Yeah,
Quick disclaimer.
Yeah.
This time is personal tight. You know what I mean?
I just know a guy named Rico.
Come
I
find
don't
some.
want a
If
Rico.
you want a book, come find some of your finest musicians, finest talents. You know what I mean? You find the LGI Entertainment
on the eastern side.
on the
Right.
eastern side, the best side
Sir.
of the Carolinas.
What drew you to music? What age were you when you started hearing it and you like, damn, I fuck with this. I like this. What was it that drew you and drew your heart to music?
Well, I said this once before. I grew up in the church, so music always been a thing. So church music, that was my first love. Coming to church, singing for my granddaddy, singing for the church. Moving souls and spirits. As I got older,
Damn, we ain't even got the gym jar. I apologize about that tonight, brother.
You good? You good?
Hey, moving souls and spirits.
You gotta keep Jesus with you. You know what I mean?
What?
But started off in the church. I was in I was never on the praise team. I was on the choir. But as I got older, I was looking at TV like MTV, I think BET or what was it? BET, what's that? BET show? 106 and Park.
Yeah. That shit.
That's what I grew up on. So
let's see that top 10 for the week.
Was that the part of 106 and Park? But then they had the basement too.
Rap Chick, Big Chick in the basement. And them niggas used to go in when that black light come on.
Right.
And you hit that little booth.
Right.
Like you say, you better step on that motherfucker. For real. Because Chicka gonna come with some bars too. She's like, damn, the host got bars. You better come right.
You better come. You better come.
The host of that motherfucker riding this bitch like a Kawasaki. You better do something.
Yeah. Roulette turned up tonight.
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock it came on. So, I was tuned in. So I'm watching all these R&B artists and, there was more R&B artists back then than there are now.
Right.
So, what I mean? I was real tuned in and I tried to pick up, back then I wasn't in music, like far as recording, I was more of just singing the lyrics, but I knew I always wanted to kind of do my own thing and be where they at kind of thing. So, I looked up to them people.
Good decision, my brother. You made a good decision, my brother.
That's what got me into the wave of like the R&B kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What artist was you said Chris Brown and A Boogie? What are some of the other artists that inspired you to go that R&B route? Because you say you stepped and dabbled in other lanes, but traditionally you're an R&B artist. So
right.
Who are some of them artists that?
Older generation, of course, you can't forget Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is always gonna be top of the pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got your people like Drew Hill. I can't even think of it. I don't know how I'm forgetting his name, but the one that made Love So Many Things. What's his name? We know his name.
Music Soul Child.
Music Soul Child. Yeah.
That's my shit. That song specifically.
Yeah.
That one right there.
Music Soul Child.
This nigga was talking to Love.
Mm-hmm. Music Soul Child.
So yeah.
Love.
All them in the old school. I grew up on them. So
many.
Those was big inspirations, and then as time got older, I think Breezy and Trey Songz was, who
was
I was
popping
really,
on 106 and Park.
Yeah,
They was popping on 106.
Who I was really tuning in on, So that's I was waiting for them albums
both
to
of
drop.
Them, shout out to VA. Them both Virginia artists.
Yeah, both Virginia artists. Gotta respect
Shout out to
for
VA.
that.
Shout out to VA. Shout out to Chris and Trey.
Yeah. Well, Chris and Trey, getting older, August Alsina came in the game, Tory Lanez. So, I respect anybody that got a good message, do good music, you know what I mean? Very talented and just not,
that's
doing
important.
a bunch of nothing.
That's very important. Sometimes with social media, with the hype of social media,
right?
A lot of people like to take the shit that be coming to social about these guys' personal endeavors or whatever, and then that shit be actually stepping on their talents.
Right.
So you don't really appreciate their talents and what they actually bring to R&B or music in general, because social media is so crazy nowadays that everybody just want to be with the drama bullshit. But these some very talented guys.
Yeah, and like you said, everybody has their risks and their issues, and we human at the end of the day.
Right.
We all human, so we go through ups, downs, and tribulations, and them artists that you specifically named, they've had their issues, but for the most part, they kept their nose clean and did what they had to do and stayed in their bag I make my money doing this music shit.
Right.
This is how I eat, this is how I feed the fam.
And everybody falls, you know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody had a little downfall where they gotta, step into a dark room and find out how they gonna get back 100 times fold, you know what I mean? So, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it from all the artists, respectfully. But when you got people pushing out trash versus talent. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's kind of hard.
Oh man, we need
know?
that. I feel bad we ain't got that job.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, damn,
He's
because dropping them gems.
He's moving spirits and souls. And, I mean,
come
on, Trub.
You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it when that music.
Come on,
Trub. Because you can put yourself in the predicament. There's so many top tier artists right now.
Right.
That's really sitting behind bars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they stepped in a lane, and it's like, hey, at the end of the day, the alphabet boys don't care if you number one on the charts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really precautiously watch what you say and what kind of content you create, because us as a people, they gonna judge you from the start.
Right. There's a lot of underrated. You know what I mean? So I already know.
They gonna get you to start with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. That's a lot of talent is actually looked over.
Yeah.
And that's not even talent that's already like a Trey Songz or Chris Brown.
Right.
That's in general, man. You go to the nearest hood. You go to the nearest block, wherever, man. It's a talent right there, but it's looked over just because of maybe where they at, or what they've so-called done.
Who they don't know.
Exactly. And it right there is about all who you know, but it's also now with the social media and everything that's around, it could be somebody over there in that John right there with a corner of a phone looking over here, getting everything like this. So it's important. It used to be, watching the people around. Now it's all about watching what you do.
Right. Numbers.
In public.
Right.
It's about watching what you're doing in public, because your blessing that you is going unnoticed to a lot of people.
Right.
It's people that's over here watching that you don't see.
Yeah.
That is can bless your blessing, your talents. But a lot of people, we when I was coming up, is watch your peers. Now you just got to watch your surroundings, your peers, and everything, because the one that the door is gonna be open, but you over here doing some shit that you probably shouldn't be doing, and they done heard you come out the bar with a drink, harmonizing. Now you go over here and get on talking about that street shit you on. Boom, door closed. So it's always important when you're in these kind of environments,
watch your surroundings.
To just, bro, that's so true. Just yesterday I was at work. We at the site, whatever, doing what we do. And another dude from doing whatever job he had, he just started talking about, he got face tats, and tell a hood dude, whatever. He like, yeah, I'm on probation. I got, this going on, and my probation officer don't care what I do, this and that, the third. And it's like, if I'm hearing this, I ain't even in your conversation, but you don't know who listening to what you got going on. So like you said, that door might have been cracked open because you doing the right thing. And then you over here talking about some shit you in the wrong place that you shouldn't be talking about that shit. Now that door done got closed.
It's important.
The lights done got cut off. Hey, we ain't even looking that way no more.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful how you move. Cause I've ran into some quite a few people, with great talent. And then you look at them, like I ran into some singers, and then you look at them, they trying to just box everybody. You don't even expect it. But
take that same energy.
And being that you say that, like a lot of people, they try to make that R&B type of singers soft and shit. They not soft. And that's why, like you know what I'm saying?
Chris Brown,
exactly. They really with that shit. Matter of fact, over a lot of your trap shit, them R&B ones, the ones that's really about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean?
You gotta know when to bring it out.
Exactly.
But that's just, it's an R&B thing. We get overlooked at, you know what I mean? But
I think, man, as far as what I've been listening with TroublenParadise, bro, you one of them kind of artists, bro, that over time in the near future, I could see bringing back some R&B. Because R&B when I was growing up was a thing.
Of course.
You had hip hop, you had R&B, and it had its own little
genre.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think with artists like you, bro, in the future, I see it coming back to where we can separate hip hop and R&B like it was.
And that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, how do you feel about people saying R&B is dead? Do you think R&B dead? You know what I'm saying? Is there still some guys that's out there, because clearly you named some of them top tier artists, but of the ones you named, really Chris Brown still pumping that workout.
Right.
But a lot of them ain't doing it as much as they used to, or maybe the exposure to R&B isn't there because the bag is for the hip hop artists and everybody really on that gang culture, the dope culture, you know what I'm saying? So the R&B gets overlooked. Do you think hip hop or not hip hop R&B is dead?
Here's how I would put this, right? When people say R&B is dead and dying, it's sickening to the stomach for me being an R&B artist. You know what I mean? But to like, I understand the aspect because you got people. I'm not gonna lie, Jacquees has grown a lot.
Oh yeah.
I will say this: when Jacquees first came out,
right?
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, his vocals was not there for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as he grown up, he's gotten better. So him saying he the king of R&B and like witnessing people hear that, you know what I mean? And me knowing as far as how I felt, I was like, I mean, I see why they have the perspective they have.
Yeah.
And then you got the R&B singers that could actually sing, you know what I mean? Like you got Giveon out there, you got I heard Brent Fayez, you know what I mean? You got them that's actually putting in the work and that's actually sing, but they getting slept on, you know what I mean? They get 2 weeks worth of play, and then, you know what I mean? They waiting on somebody else, you know.
And speaking on that, to go off of that, how can you really say when we go and look, okay, you had gangster rap, right?
Right.
And some of those artists are still can do concerts and book out places, right?
Yeah.
How can you sit there and say R&B is dead when there's more R&B older artists that are still touring, booking out shit?
Right.
Like the millennial tour.
I can't see a whole lot of trap artists in 20, 30 years still booking like R&B artists.
I mean, like,
so I cannot put. I don't know where you even get to situate R&B is dead.
Who y'all think was like the first trap artist? Who were some of the first trap artists?
No, I don't know.
Can y'all think?
I don't know.
First trap artist?
I don't know.
First trap artist.
Like who? I mean, I would say Gucci.
They said Chief Keef changed up the game though.
You have to give it to him.
That's drill. That's drill.
Okay.
Chief Keef was on the drill, but like trap is like grit, money, South shit. You know what I'm saying? I would say Tip, Yo Gotti, Gucci. I don't know if it was the first, you know what I'm saying? I personally don't know if they was the first.
I wouldn't say that, bro. I'm a down south kind of cat, but
so who is
we can't not overlook some of them as far as busting that door and really like exposing and getting that money, I would say it's in the South. But you have to go up north a little bit. You have to go out there with some of them. They wasn't like. You have to go with some of them like a Jay-Z or something. Jay-Z, you didn't even say he was.
Would you consider Jay-Z trap?
What?
I'm saying we talking about.
You talking about the trap, the hard trap.
Yeah,
you talking about the. He talking
about
the hard trap.
He was really telling you strategically how he's out here.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Yeah, I get it. But
if you know about these highways and byways,
niggas that's gonna be upset. You say Jay-Z got a trap.
I didn't step on my down south.
Yeah.
I said you asking who is some of the first.
Yeah.
And I'm saying if you know what I mean, it's just like the artist. I mean, it's just like the person that I am as a listener. I like hype shit. So trap shit, I would go with T.I. and all this. But you saying who could possibly get the credit for the first? And you cannot forget none of them. Just because they wasn't out here, man, we at the corner store hand to hand. Okay. You have to go into this shit.
It's just because I'm saying the only reason I asked that question because you said the R&B artists, they can still rock them tours. So I'm like, damn, well, who was some of them first traps? And then are those people...
Now we talking about hard trap or smooth trap, any kind of trap?
You said, do they still hold the ability to host a tour?
You still got Rick Ross.
What?
That's what I'm saying. Ross can put a tour on. I think 20 years later, Ross got a tour. Gucci got a tour. Yo Gotti. But you talking about the new age trap.
I'm talking about this new age shit.
Okay. Just wanted to clear it up.
You bro.
Just wanted to clear it up.
Why am I gonna go buy a ticket when I can get on Snapchat and see your whole concert?
Yeah. God, dog.
Why? If I go on your Instagram live and see your what am I going to go buy a $60, $70 ticket for? I don't want to do that.
So you say that you think that's taken away from the marketing?
It is because it's a way you have to go about that shit.
Right.
Social media has got them fucked up where they can't go 20, 30 years to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You take a T.I., a Jeezy, a Gucci, you can wheel them in the fucking wheelchair and they going to sell out the arena. You see what I'm saying? That shit different. Them boys had to hustle off them CDs and shit. Them boys had to really get it out the fucking mud. You off streams and shit now. And these niggas is taking real granted of that shit. You see what I'm saying? They ain't had to get that shit off the muscle.
So do you know what I mean? Do y'all think that that's the reason why like artists in the past, R&B and trap, or R&B and rap, the older artists have that ability to carry some weight years later because they know what it's like to go hand in hand, passing out CDs, passing out flyers, putting that real groundwork in compared to the newer age artists where it's a digital work you got to put in. You know, it's a digital real estate that you got to acquire. Yeah. And now it's more like, how many likes can I get? How many views can I get on this post? How many shares can I get? And that shit don't carry as much weight as that solid, put these bad boys out there, get this shit dirty, get them kicks dirty. Is that why you think that they don't have the ability to work like the older guys do? Y'all think that has something to do with it?
I feel like the older guys got a conception of both. You know what I mean? They got the knowledge of both the digital copies of what's going on, the NFTs, however you want to put it, and getting out there in the mud and going out in the street selling the CDs. You know what I mean? Booking their own shows. You know, getting
if they're an older guy that's willing to stay with the time.
Yeah,
because there's some of them old niggas that's still trying to pass out CDs and it might work here and there, but you ain't gonna do what you can do on that damn.
On the digital.
Stick to your time. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Stick to your time.
You don't think they should elevate though?
Yeah.
They gotta elevate the grind.
But I just say
you can stick to your time, but you gotta elevate the grind.
Cool.
I feel like you gotta keep up to date though.
That's what I'm saying. Evolve, not elevate, but like evolve.
You got
with the times. You gotta still kind of get on those social medias to do what you do.
You gotta know what's going on to stay in the picture. You know what I mean? Stay.
Right. When it comes to TroublenParadise,
right?
What motivates you? What makes you want to get up and say, you know, I had my first single back when my first album in 2021, and I'm still working, I'm still grinding. What motivates you to keep pushing and wanting to produce more music and get better?
I would honestly say it's my overall family. You know what I mean? The people around me keep me going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's people I don't know will come up to me, you know what I mean, and be like, when the next song coming out, or you know, when you dropping the next album. Boost. Yeah, and it's been 2 years, you know what I mean? It's been a year. So I'm sitting there looking like that.
I'm waiting.
I gotta hurry up and get
I'm
these.
waiting.
I'm waiting. Hey, it's so real. My man's was here about 2-3 podcasts ago, and I'm like, damn, I knew him as just on songs. Didn't know TroublenParadise, none of that. I feel real. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. We after the damn podcast, I'm like, we was in a whole other place. I'm like, what? We didn't even have nobody on the show. If I know who that was walking through, he would have been up there before now. But so we were on it. But speaking on family, bro, you got to go. I want you to go deep in that. I want you to go deep down right now.
Deep down.
Give me that backstory. Give me that trouble growing up. Give me some of that. Give me some of that.
You know, what kind of trouble did Trouble get into? You know,
from the jump, from the rip, right? From the rip, you had it started off with YB. You know what I mean? YB Yoda behind the scenes. You had LGI Soup, and we started off. It's crazy because I still got the video. It's on my Instagram. It's in my cheese, or however you want to say it. We started off making the song "Oh My," right?
Powerful track.
Yeah,
I need to go check out. Hey, Oh My.
We started
Apple Music, super.
Facts, Bobby Jr. So we started off making the Oh My song. This was like 3 years prior. This was 2015, right? Started making the Oh My song. You know what I mean? I wrote some of the lyrics. YB wrote some of the lyrics. Soup wrote some of the lyrics. We all wrote the lyrics, right? We never finished the song. We just had the hook. So we come back down the road. Me and Soup, we basically put the song together. One of the greatest songs we ever made. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite. Honestly, that's my favorite Super track.
Yeah, Oh My.
To be honest, that's my favorite. And when I found out, I knew he said you was on it. So he said you was here a couple of weeks. I was like, oh, that's bro from this track. Damn. Let me shake your hand.
Yeah.
Hey,
she wanna go on an island. That's my shit. That's my shit. She wanna go on an island.
You hit that right there to that thing, you know.
You wanna go on an island?
Yeah. Oh my God.
But you know, that's a smooth joint. That's a little summer. That's a summer bop that they've been waiting for.
That's a summer bop. But this goes right back into it.
Right.
That man can come 30 years from now, and I guarantee you he gonna make my great grands jump. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. And if they don't jump, they might get a slap upside the head.
Right.
You hear that shit you been listening
to?
This shit you been taking me to the doctor's appointments to? You heard that shit? You crazy?
Man.
You know what I mean?
Look, if they don't jump though, I'm gonna come back and make go harder. You know what I mean?
They ain't no kin to me if they ain't jump.
So, you know.
Damn. And I'm glad that y'all was talking about the family, because my other question was, you know, how important is that support system to you, and who are some of the people that, you know, was behind you that said, hey, when you had those times of doubt, and because they supported you, it gave you that confidence to keep pushing forward.
That support system is stronger than a lot of people realize. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think, if you a brother all by yourself and you the only one that really does the music thing, as far as like trying to get to the next level, you gotta realize, like, sometimes you alone and you get in a dark room and you be like, why am I doing this shit for? You know what I mean? And you see you going somewhere, but sometimes it feel like you haven't made it where you're supposed to be at. So then, you know, you get a random call from a brother and he be like, yo, cuz, what you doing, bro? You're not doing nothing. There's no motion in the air. You know what I mean? You need to get off your ass. You're over there playing around. You're over there focusing on the holes too much. You know what I mean? That's important. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why be good for it. You know what I mean? I will say why be the big dog for telling somebody they not on their shit. You know what I mean?
Lord, no, he going down in the record books for that. You ain't on your shit. He coming for you. If he fuck with you, he coming for you. I'm telling you that now. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mazza Films, man.
You know what I mean? Then you got little cuz with Vic. You know what I mean? You got him, and he gonna tell you, yo, cuz, what's up, man? What you need? You know what I mean? So that whole support system, you know what I mean? You need it. You know what I mean? Suit, he gonna go hard, and he gonna make you go harder. You know what I mean?
That friendly competition.
Yeah, the friendly competition. You know,
make sure you on your P's and Q's.
Right. We know who better, but you know.
Hey, what the young people say? I hope you ain't lacking out here. You better not be lacking.
No, I'm just messing though. But no, for real, it's all love though. For real, it's all love. Like they all gotta. Long as you got that circle that push you to want to do more and go stronger and let you know, like, yo, cuz, don't give up. Don't give up, cuz you got years to come, cuz like this is only the beginning, this is only the start. You know what I mean?
That's so important.
It's a big importance
that's very
in your
important.
life. So you know,
Cause I you know what I mean, I tell Tariq that shit all the time.
Oh yeah.
Don't like no yes men around me. And the guys you talking about, bro, they're not finna do that shit.
Solid.
Right.
So I applied that 100 times, 100 folds. That's the way it go. You got to have a strong team around you. They gonna let you know when it's time to go, when it's time to roll, and when it's time to fold. You need, and when it's time to blow.
Yes,
they gonna. You got to have them kind of people.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people that you got to carry that weight. That shit get hard, bro, and it takes you sidetracked real quick because you got to carry this. So, bro, that burden gets so heavy. People don't understand that shit gets so heavy, and that's why with like the little click that I got, bro, at times, hey, bro, I'm gonna say it on the camera. I see my niggas, bro, they not sorry, I don't even want to use that. I see my gentlemen, bro, they going to a whole nother level, bro. I got to be the one, hey, bro, I'm gonna take that. Hey, bro, let's reel it in. Whether they want to feel that way or not. You know what I mean? You got to be a leader at times you can. And I also like to encourage everybody around me, we leaders, bro. So it don't matter, but at times you got to know when to be a leader. And that would come with a team. And a lot of that right now, why I say you can't go get no trap artists in 30, 40 years to book out no arenas because of the people around them, bro. You got to have the right people around you to get 20 to 30 years to come sell out arenas. You got to look at Gucci, man. Gucci went in there to prison, back and forth into prison or whatever, came out, did his thing. Look at the man now, family man doing his thing and can still go do his thing. A lot of people like to talk downgrade Boozy. How he moving? Boozy got a strong, powerful team though.
A support
system out of hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
And then you can go to artists like J. Cole, where you can see the support system that he got, where Jay-Z was like, look, I'm going to show you, I'm going to mold you and show you how to make money years down the road because the music you made was timeless.
Shout out to Cole.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Shout out to Cole.
Carolina artist. But, you know, it's one of them things Cole, where you got to show an artist sometimes and being an artist takes having this and having this. You got to have that mouthpiece and that talent to do what you do, but you also got to use your goddamn ears to listen, to hear somebody say, you was wrong in that spot. You need to do this. You need to correct that. I'm going to show you how in 20 years you still touring and some of your classmates that came in the same years as you, why they not touring? Because you put you put this work in and you took this route.
Great example would be like when I really first started getting back on my music with YB and Soup.
Right.
And then they introduced me to Tone Red, and they all had one thing in common.
Right.
And I could record a song that night or whatever, and YB and Soup, they be on something, they be like, bro, we're gonna have to come back to this tomorrow. We got to get a cleaner ear on it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because like we got all this, what we did tonight. We got to come back tomorrow and get another ear on it. So that's the same thing with like with the team, the circle. Like right now, we all in the vibe, in the move or something.
Right.
So you got to understand when it's coming from another person that ain't really in the limelight. Like I could be the artist right now.
Yeah.
Right.
It could be all of us right now, and I'm the artist, and we had an interview right now.
Right.
And I'm like the big dog. I'm the big artist. But it's important when I get done with the interview that Vic might be on some stuff like, Damo, you need to stop moving on that interview. You all over here, you need to sit still.
Right.
Man, what the fuck you talking about? We just got 100 racks for being here. It ain't about that. That little gem of not moving could elevate me to be on Good Morning America.
Yeah.
They looking at my whole figure on the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people don't want to.
That's
I'm just
why
trying to.
Sometimes
you know,
there's a lot of them that don't want to hear that because it's like you said, that can be the difference between that door being closed and that door being open, like we spoke on earlier. That's the exact steps that'll play that role to say, hey,
a team.
We like you was good, but and we like you. Here go that bag. Let's see what you do.
We gonna let Roulette push it to another level. Well, I'm gonna tell you real quick. It's very important to understand when you pick up your whatever you like to do, your hobby, whatever, the door is already creaked open when you pick up to do that.
Yeah.
You only waiting for the door to fully get blown down and be open for everybody to step through. Yeah. So whatever it is that you want to do, if it's slanging trash bags and you want to own your own trash company, Waste Industries or whatever, you want to out top them. The moment you put that in your mind, the door is creaked open. So it's important right from that very segue that you understand that, hey, anytime this door can get blown down and we can stumble across. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's just like it's very important to have the people around you and not just be so one-minded because you the one that seem like you have emotion to take into consideration from everybody. Because it could be that person that's giving you that blows that door open that you creaked open. Keep that.
Everybody, I will say this one last thing. Everybody got their time. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody needs to understand that. Everybody gonna have their time, everybody gonna have their shine. But you don't need to force your time with jealousy. You feel what I'm saying? So that's important.
That's a gem. That's a gem. Hey, Dom dropping them things, Trouble dropping them things. Hey, y'all better tune in for real.
What you got for the truck? What you got for the truck?
Because since his the last album he put out was and his first album was put out 2021.
Right.
And like I said, when I listened to it, I was like, from beginning to end, I'm like, oh, I don't gotta skip nothing. This shit, bro, didn't just go in there and put some shit on the mic and press record and go and that's it.
Right.
You put some time into it, you put some dedication, you put some thought into your melodies and your rhythms that you was coming with. What were some of the steps and points that led you to dropping your first album that, you know what I'm saying,
That's
somebody that has never dropped the album,
good shit,
they can take that, you know what I mean?
Good shit.
I would say, so, you know, I got a lot of people around me as far as artists, you know what I mean? And I learned from their mistakes. You know, I got some airhead artists, you know what I mean? They just gonna drop some shit and don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not gonna give two fucks. And then you got artists that take their time, but they like, that's all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've always been to where nah, like this ain't right. We gotta go back in. But what I did with that time is I built my connections over time, right? I built these connections, and I basically told them work with me, you know what I mean, give me some time, and I locked in. I had to lock in, you know what I mean. It took a lot of late nights. It took me staying up till 5 a.m, being in the studio sometimes, even if it took me just to finish one verse. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If it took one verse, if I didn't,
dedicating yourself to perfection,
right? Dedicating myself to perfection, and sometimes you can say some stuff, and you notice a lot of artists say the same thing over and over again. Yeah. So I try to prevent myself from that. So when I go in and I lock myself in and I'm making these songs, I'm like, nah, I said this before over here, so I got to change it up. You know what I mean?
So listen up. All y'all niggas want to say the same shit another nigga said.
Right.
You better use your fucking brain, put your thinking cap on, and switch the swag up.
You got to switch it up. You know what I mean? Because like,
don't do that.
I listen to
May
artist,
the best man win.
and I was like, damn, this man said this shit 100 times. You know what I mean? And it's not even this catchphrase or something that he like, you know what I mean? That's installed in him, or like something that catches attention. It's like, you know, like come up with something new. You know what I mean? You could tell when people not putting their thought into the music. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
dope.
always
That's
been a
dope.
big thing.
That's a whole gym too.
You say you got niggas that. You say you got some niggas that just put out music and just record and put it out.
Right.
And you got some that take that time and like some niggas will look over that nigga like, that nigga just put some shit out. But you can all like you saying you listen to them and you listen to them and take time. You can pick up something from everybody.
Right.
Especially if that's what
you can pick up. Okay, this nigga just put that bitch out, record, boom, and dropped it. Damn, everybody on that energy.
Right.
Same energy bro was on when he recorded that shit. Damn, I feel that shit when that shit playing in the club and we lit. Oh, yeah, I see why he put that energy out.
Yeah.
Then you put something where nigga took his time into that motherfucker, and he like, damn, I see the reaction to that. He put his time in it. He took his time. Look how the build was, and look how it elevated. It stayed where it was at, and that bitch is on the plateau.
And
plateau
I will
ain't
say,
just flat. That shit up.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? And doing what it need to do.
I will say energy is a big part of making music. And a lot of people fail to realize that, because when you lack energy, say for instance, I'm in the studio with one of y'all, right?
Yeah.
He could be going hard, right?
Right.
And I could be next up, and I'm like, damn, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta at least match the energy, because I don't want to just trash the song. You know what I mean? From the start, from finish, you gotta match that energy. But say for instance, you come and you like just on some lazy shit, ready to go home. You know what I mean? That's still shit the
just
whole song.
Because
you like, bro, I'm not about to put a damn heat ass verse on this track. You know what I mean? Like I'm about to just drop this shit and we gonna get this shit over with and get on out of here. You know what I mean? Right. So, but you know, everything plays a big part.
You ain't lying, because that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't really into music, but when I do music, I don't really like.
You ain't really into music.
My guys will tell you, I leave a lot of open verses because they'll tell you.
I heard some shit from Dom.
I be in that shit. I be in that church. Nobody.
I heard some shit from Dom.
You know what I mean?
I record best after I've gone after him, because my energy is so chill and so mellow, and I gotta hear him. And I'm like, oh yeah, bro, just turned me up. Right. Now let me go back in this motherfucker.
Right.
And like, that's it.
I'm just saying. What he said, what bro said, is official, because I leave a lot of open verses, and when guys will tell you, it's because like they be like, this nigga drunk. He put some stuff out, and then but Soup, he done got on me now. That's
come
back tomorrow or take the beat home. You know what I mean? That's cool.
That's you knowing yourself. Because you like, I
know
know this ain't where I'm supposed to be, so let me, and that's you getting to know yourself.
Matter of fact, the last time I was in the studio with him, he said, Dom, I'm gonna email you the beat. You know what I mean? Going home. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? But it be like that. So you got to know with the energy and things. So
look. I've been in the studio with YB Soup, you know what I mean, recording some bullshit. You know what I mean? They'll tell you that's some bullshit.
Last time I was with Soup and we was in that bitch drunk as a damn skunk. I was like, oh yeah. Like, yeah, you probably should go home and do a little writing. And I'm like,
yeah, that's what you
like
need.
you said,
though.
you look at that bitch on some clean, fresh ears. You like,
Yeah,
bro,
that's what you
right.
need, though. That's
God,
what you,
yeah,
that's what you need, though.
like-
What you need, though.
They cold blooded now. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna sugarcoat shit.
Yeah. That's what you say. If I get any of my little cousins or something, y'all like to talk about you rapping, got a good support group. I'm gonna take you around. And when you come out of there, you either gonna make it or you gonna break it, baby. You either gonna make it or you gonna break it, baby.
A part of knowing self, like you spoke on, then you said knowing energy. I see you got the eye on chain.
Oh, hell.
You know, I just want to ask you, you know, how important is it
Tariq,
being
stay
conscious
focused
and knowing
Stay
your third
focused.
eye and staying
Tariq.
third eye focused? I'm asking the man because that goes into his music.
I'm pissing. I'm out of this segment.
Come on.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, this segue is sponsored to you by Pampers, pull-ups, and all that.
Nah, it's very important because your third eye, it really opens up a lot. It lets you know your surroundings. It lets you know your energy. Like I could go into a place and realize when it's sketchy. You know what I mean? I could see when there's a shift change with somebody's energy, stuff like that. It opens up a lot. I don't like to talk too much on it though. You know what I mean?
Do you use that same? That's the same energy you channel when you making music and when you creating.
From time to time, not all the time.
You don't want to go in that bag too much, but that's just a self thing. Yeah.
Right. Self thing.
I definitely understand that. And when you making music, what's your process like? Are you a punch-in type artist? Do you go in there with stuff already written? How you go about actually creating some of them hits that you got? Because like I said, honestly, on your album, them first two.
To Keep Me in Mind is a fave. To keep me in mind intro is a fave. I ain't gonna lie, but when I step in the booth, it's kind of like, you know, it comes right. I can hear a beat. Sometimes it'll take me 1,000 beats before I be like, oh, this is it. Damn. You know what I mean? Because I could hear a beat from the start, and yeah, that's a good beat, but that's not it. You know what I mean? But once that beat hit, that's when basically I channel in. I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. So sometimes I wrote Keep Me in Mind. I wrote majority of that album. Majority of that album I wrote. I had help here and there. You know, LGI, Soup, Team. They all helped me out with their bonus tracks and all. But as far as like my process, lately I've been punching in, basically getting behind the mic and basically creating a song, basically so I could catch the whole vibe and shift the directions. That way it's not so mellow. You know what I mean? I've been liking the differentials I could do as I record the music, because you don't want dry music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's what he tells me all the time. Because I got a monotone voice a lot of times, and my personality is kind of monotone a lot of the times, and he be like, bro.
Actually, let me step in. I don't tell him that. What I tell him is, bro, it tries to get on a lot of my music. Okay. He has his own style of music. Okay. There's a difference.
Right.
Me telling you, bro, we buddies, bros.
Right.
But a lot of our shit don't go together.
Right.
That's being real.
So you got it.
Bro, he's a lyrical person. Right. I'm a more you heard my music, bro.
I
You're
heard
not
that
listening. You're not listening to no Damo run 'em up shit for no bars and shit.
Right.
You're listening to it because, bro, I'm either about to go be the person or I'm about to go. We gonna step out for the night, just have a good time. That was my old stuff, but in my new stuff, we finna have a little get together.
Right.
Fellas finna get together, throw some on the. You know what I mean?
Hey, look.
So
it's about to be a great cookout.
So Tariq has some more laid back stuff. You have to really tell your story, bro.
Yeah.
You can't get over there with some lit shit like this or some, bro, I'm talking about going to shoot a deer type. Bro, just do what you do. Yeah. And that's what I tell him, bro. It's not that you should just quit or nothing. No, you just have a way that you come about it that, bro, you're going to attack a group of people that's waiting for a roulette to come.
A different.
You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a group of people that's waiting for Damo to come with this. Right. And there's a group of people over there. Because that's why I told him, what I don't like, somebody like.
Right.
Yeah.
My shit, you might not like it. You might not like it, but I can take to you 30 people that play it every day.
Yeah. I feel like as an artist, I do see where you're coming from because as an artist, you know, you tune in.
Don't give up.
You tune into somebody like Tory and you tune into somebody like Chris Brown, but you know what you expecting, but you just waiting for how they gonna come and how they gonna attack. You know what I mean? So you waiting for that. Oh, that's Breezy right there, or you know what I mean? That's Trey, or that's August. You know what I mean? So I do feel like that's a big perspective. Like you gotta be you on that track. You know what I mean? And you can't try to switch it up too much.
And another thing is, you know, a lot of people out here, they say, oh, everybody want to be a rapper or whatever. I'm gonna tell you this: when you're in it for money and you ain't getting nobody wants to clap, nobody can say a word out of your shit, you should give it up.
Right.
See, me, I do it for fun.
Right.
So I don't give a fuck. This is not nothing that I'm trying to bring in. No bags, no money. But if it comes, I love money.
It's organic.
What the fuck you think I'm gonna do
organic.
with it? Yep. But if you you wake up tomorrow, quit your job, and say this is what you're gonna do, and nobody moving, nobody nodding their head, nobody doing nothing, go get your job back, son. Go get your job back.
Immediately. Immediately.
When it came to the album, what were some of the sacrifices that you had to take to dedicate yourself to completing it?
Man,
because you know it's trials and tribulations, all types of walks of life.
Man, let me tell you, the sacrifices. I'm trying to tell you, we was in the studio. People was crashing out. You know what I mean? We was in there 2 days straight sometimes, you know what I mean? You looked over, somebody knocked out, you know what I mean? But somebody still going. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it take. Like, you know, get your little Z's, but you gotta come back up and wake up because the shit gotta get done. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Beats gotta be made, beats gotta be produced, you know what I mean? Like they so much into it. But sacrifices, man, I was staying up and then, you know, I had to work. You know what I mean? So it was like, and I worked a late night job at the time. So, you know, I was, you know, up to like 2 a.m, going to the studio, waking up, and I don't dedication. Yeah, and I don't sleep long. I honestly don't sleep long.
Doing what you gotta do when you don't want to do it. That's dedication.
Yeah, I only sleep a couple hours. So, you know, I had to embrace those 2 hours and get back to it. Cause like when you working, you work with a purpose. You know what I mean? And it's a love, like y'all said, it's a love for it. It's not for the money. It's like, hey, this is what you want to do. You know what I mean? This is your future. You know what I mean? So that's more so the dedication and the losses was just basically sleep. I can say that's really the only thing I really lost on. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't really pressed on. You know what I mean?
Was crashing out. Is there something y'all do you
females? I will say I took sacrifices on the females too.
That's
you know
gonna
what I mean? You gotta take those sacrifices. You know what I mean? Yeah, your line blowing up. Females hitting you, hey, look, I'm in the studio. I'm sorry, I can't help you, baby. You know what I mean?
Trouble in paradise.
That leads, you know, I got 2 more for you because I want to know when you in that studio, what do you said people was crashing out. Was there anything you did to get in your zone? Like, do you drink? You know what I'm saying? You smoke a little? How you get in your zone?
It varies. You know what I mean? Like, some days I could go in there smooth mind. You know what I mean? And then some days I'd be like, yeah, I need a blunt.
Does it depend on the track?
My mind not running. I wouldn't say it does. I don't think it depends on the track for me. Okay. I think it just depends on more of how I feel. You know what I mean? And like I said back to when I was saying earlier, I think it's more the energy. Okay. Because you could sense when people sleepy, you know what I mean? But it's a different type of, it's a sleepy and a tired, and then it's a sleepy and I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? And I think that has a
just hit, bro. That's a jam.
You know what
because
I mean?
we saying that in the working, bro. Like even with the music, and I like to do it.
Right.
Bro, each time I come right from work and just keep going, and that's because I love to do it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I love to do it. Mm-hmm. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal breaker. We had TroublenParadise here tonight, man. He's done brought it. He done gave us a little backstory. We gonna tune back into him in a minute. But Tariq, you already know what time it is. Introduce what time, what segment it is.
Don't drop your drink. Don't drop your papers. Hey, don't drop your head because it's time right now for that real spill. Domo, hit him with that real spill.
We're gonna hit him with that real spill this week.
What is it?
And I'm back on my words.
Uh-oh.
This week we got entitlement.
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 Okay.
A lot of people feel like they just have the right to feel how they feel. You do. But it just depends on the situation.
Right.
It depends on the situation.
Right.
And what I mean is, we're going to take this back full circle. It all works. My bro got a rabbit freak line that he's working on.
Yeah.
And it all just really entwines with everybody being on one accord. You know what I mean? Go down some of the podcasts or whatever, and you'll learn about rabbit freak.
Okay.
But long story short, entitlement, man. A lot of people feel like they entitled to another person's successes or whatever they got going on.
Yeah.
Or, you know, when they do something, they want to, you know, make it known that, oh, they only on that because I was on it.
Yep.
But that also doesn't go with a healthy team. And that's why I want to speak on entitlement.
Okay.
Entitlement shouldn't even be a word in a healthy team, a healthy support system.
Right.
Because you're trying to build and you're trying to get to the successes.
Leave that
You
sense
know
of
what I mean?
entitlement
And
out
you
of
want to
it.
keep the successes when you get the successes, and you cannot do that with entitlement.
Right.
So I don't care who you are, the bigger you are, the more you need to keep entitlement away from you, out of your vocabulary. Because entitlement will have you falling off quicker than a prostitute on Backpage or whatever, wherever they selling the nearest ass. It'll have you knocked off. So I'm just going to tell you, entitlement looks very ugly, just like your face when you go look in the mirror. So just keep your opinion to yourself. If it can help the cause, it can help the cause. But a lot of time that entitled shit, it's real ugly on you. You know what I mean? Go put on, you know, a lot of guys running around with ski masks on these days. That's what you look like when you got your entitlement. Look like you got a ski on. You know what I mean? You covered up. When you got your little entitlement and shit. You know what I mean? But a guy like me don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't. Because I'd rather have 10 of my family members or 10 of my team tell me, bro, you was fucked up last night. And we not having that again. Because if you do that shit again, ain't nobody gonna be there but you, the lights. No, the lights ain't gonna hit because mine ain't pulling up. But you and your audio. That's all gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's what comes with that entitled shit. So, you know what I mean? If you feel like you entitled, it's best for you to probably go talk to the palm or something, or palm of your hand or something. But it's not the voice out here, because don't nobody really care. You know what I mean? You just gonna run people off from you. And I say that because don't cause the friction, bro. Get the bag. If you just carrying bags and getting a bag, listen to what I said. If you just carrying bags and getting a bag, you ain't got to get in the lights. You ain't got to talk behind the mic. You just carrying bags to get a bag. Keep that entitled shit where it's at, bro. Just go ahead and fold that shit up and throw it up the Chattanooga River or wherever the fuck it's supposed to belong. White River, the nearest river, or the Atlantic. You know what I mean? Throw that shit out of there, man.
Like that.
Niggas want people to kiss their ass for no reason because they feel they entitled. You're not at all.
Matter of fact,
remain humble, stay humble. I think Damo said that.
I'm gonna tell you, I love everybody. Don't hate nobody. My grandma told me you don't hate nobody, you dislike people. So I just want to let you know, quickest way I'm gonna dislike your ass, you come around with the entitled shit. Because I don't give a fuck what I got going on or what I do. Even the ones I encourage, even the ones I motivate, even the ones I'm pushing, putting a battery in their back. I don't never bring no entitled shit up. I don't like that shit. Keep that shit far away from me. Because you can't have no positive vibes when you feeling entitled. And I'm all about positivity. So the entitled shit, lose that shit, man. It's a time and a place for entitlement, bro. So you just got to look it up and you got to learn that. You got to be trained on entitlement.
Respect.
Real leadership, you'll know about real entitlement. So a lot of y'all ain't real leaders, so you don't know about entitlement.
Yeah.
So go learn up on that. Train yourself on it.
Yeah.
You feel me? That mirror, I done told y'all multiple episodes, go look in that mirror. You know what I mean? So that's the real spiel for this week, man. I love y'all, man.
You know, hey, once again, we appreciate you coming.
Ho. Oh, you dap him up. Before he get out of here, he got to drop us on what he got coming or something. You know what I mean? He works with that LGI squad. And them boys will drop them bombs over Baghdad. So he got to give us a gem. He got to give us some exclusive shit. What you finna do?
He hit a couple of notes to let the people know this shit ain't no. Hey, this ain't just computerized and all that.
Them boys. Them LGI guys and them boys throw them bombs over Baghdad.
You got a little something. You
What
can hit us with?
What you want? You want to hear? You want to hear the vocals or you want to hear the track?
Oh, you gonna give us something? Oh shit! Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Hit us with some. Oh, damn. I was asking for some project.
No, turn that one back up. Turn that one back up.
I was asking for some project. But damn. Yeah. You heard it here first.
No, we got a lot of shit coming. We got a lot of shit.
I talked myself out
we got a lot of shit coming. I got an upcoming album I'm working on. We halfway through the process. I got some singles that's going to be coming out. I got some EPs. Once everything get finished and completed, trust me, it's gonna be an amazing year. You know, I gave y'all a long wait. I gave y'all extremely long wait. Sorry for that. You know what I mean? But it's coming. You know, LGI with Trouble in Paradise. We got some nice visuals coming in the way. But some collaborative work that's going. But overall, like, I feel like the new vibe that's coming after a year of me not releasing, I feel like y'all gonna really enjoy what's coming. You know, I got I got a track up there called Movie. D&D.
Movie.
I better look out for it.
Movie.
Less talking, more action. You know what I mean? Less talking, more action.
That's one of our sayings on a regular. That's a regular saying.
That's a super surprise right there. You know what I mean?
See what I mean? The boy drop a ball of a bag there, man.
But yeah, we got some shit in the vault.
Okay, so before we go,
once again, let the people get your IG where they can follow you at. You know what I'm saying? All your tags.
Yeah. So my IG, you can follow me _Trouble in Paradise. So how you spell that is TroublenParadise. Trouble in Paradise. Don't forget the underscore in the beginning.
Yes, sir.
Follow me on Facebook. You can type in Trouble in Paradise, or you know, you'll find me somewhere in there. I ain't gonna give you my government, but
can we let me get a line or something. Just go ahead and harmonize one time. Something real quick. Take us out.
We about to make us a movie. We about to make a man.
That's all y'all get. That's all you get. You know what it is. Hey, y'all here first on Blacks and Tequila.
To make them mad.
Oh,
this is Blacks and Tequila.
Good people, good vibes, good conversation.
For sure. Trouble in Paradise. Don't forget it.
That's my dog, that's my brother. We gon' ride for each other. Ain't never ever told, never fold. Never fold on my brother. Chasing money, stacking paper.